Honda S2000 is the best roadster ever made. Here is why.
In a world filled with turbos, the S2000 is an outlaw. It manages to make more horsepower than most 2-liter turbo engines even 20 years after it was produced. The way it screams its way up to 9,000 RPMs reminds me of a race engine, and that's for good reason. Where most roadsters were powered by units derived from other sedans within the brand, the S2000 had arguably one of the best road car engines ever produced. Its code was the F20C, a 247 horsepower 2-liter 4-cylinder that at the time had the most power per litre out of any naturally aspirated production car engine ever made. Internally, the F20C has forged pistons, an aluminum block, dual overhead cams, and an obsession with friction reduction. It hits V-tec at 6,000 RPM, and the red line is a screaming 9,200. For context, a 2.5-liter BMW Z4 from roughly the same era could only rev up to 6,500. So, where the S2000 was getting started, others would hit red line. The engine, however, isn't the only reason the S2000 is the best roadster ever made. Sit in the driver's seat and you quickly realize that every single design element was made to aid driver experience. For example, the dashboard is curved facing the driver and all controls are right next to the steering wheel for quick access. In fact, the passenger can't even adjust the AC without reaching over to the driver's side. Furthermore, the seating position is low, the transmission tunnel guides your shifting arm towards the gear lever perfectly, and the steering wheel is exactly where it needs to be. Gear shifts are tight and accurate, steering and throttle immediate, and the noise addictive. With a good exhaust system, you cannot confuse the sound of an S2000 for anything else on the road. It is raw, full of vibrations, with no driver aids. It's all up to you. Too much throttle and you will be on your way towards a ditch. Over the years, the S2000 had a few special variants. The one featured in this video happens to be the VGS. VGS stood for Variable Ratio Steering. These cars had a faster lock-to-lock steering rack of 1.4 turns instead of 2.4 in the normal vehicle. The VGS could be recognized by the badges and the flat-bottom steering wheel with grey trim and a VGS badge. The faster steering combined with the aftermarket all-in suspension and other peripheral modifications on this specific S2000 make most cars feel vague and lazy in comparison. As every roadster should be, the S2000 is also pretty. The long hood lines, angry front end, and distinct rear end mean the vehicle has presence on the road. The best thing about this car is that you can drive it every single day and you will have a vehicle as reliable as a Civic. There are plenty of examples out there with high mileage and they're still going strong. However, unlike a Civic, when you want to have fun, the S2000 transforms into a mini race car. I have owned an MX-5 and have driven plenty of other roadsters such as the BMW Z4 and Mercedes SLK, and I can reassure you that nothing comes close. For cars, the 1990s were Japan's finest hour. Whether that's Toyota, Honda, Nissan or Mitsubishi, no other brand seemed to compare. The S2000 is proof of that, an over-engineered masterpiece that could only have come from the land of the rising sun. It is a car we will probably never get again. So if you own one, enjoy it. If not, you should go and buy one. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. I'll see you on the next one.